Welcome back to Harbour HQ. After last week's perambulation by the river or canal in Bath, you can leave the answer below if you know the truth of that one, where I had a thoroughly enjoyable catch up with a client, and we spent a bit of time at the Boom Battle Bar. Thoroughly recommend the attending there. Go earlier in the day if you want to throw axes, because they have a trick question. And they were absolutely right. I say trick question, it wasn't a trick question. It was a perfectly decent question and one that's appropriate in terms of insurance to ensure that I didn't get my hands on any axes. But still had a great time playing various other sort of, should we say, more appropriate games for somebody who'd been out having a nice meal. So yeah, I wasn't really sure what to cover off today. And in fact, my head's in a bit of a muddle. There are so many things that I think I might do here, but actually couldn't decide on one to settle on. But rather than just allowing that to be the barrier to me putting anything up, I thought, what the hell? A habit is something that you need to grow, and it can come from very modest places. And I want this to become something that I'm more comfortable in. Hopefully you're more comfortable watching me becoming more comfortable in doing, but also actually something that's going to be of use both to the company, to the people I work with, but also anybody else who happens across. So it's about perseverance. It's about practice makes perfect, etc., etc. So I'm just going to use this to show you around. There were a couple of questions about the artwork that I had on the wall. So this chap is exactly the same person as this chap. So for any keen viewers or any Marvel aficionados, you will of course know that this is Scott Summers. Okay, Scott Summers as a youth. So when his powers came to him, he was overwhelmed by it. However, in the later variation, Scott Summers, now Cyclops, okay? For me, that was showing where we started off, where I personally started off, all a bit of overwhelm, trying to do everything, everything going in every direction. And where I need to try and traverse towards, and hopefully help the business get to as well, is Cyclops as is, being focused, being clear on where he's heading, and being more effective about what he may use his superpowers for. So that's the Scott Summers Cyclops posters. A very keen developer did point out that in the last shot that I was using the selfie stick in, ultimately there was a password there for our TV. So put down at the bottom of the thing, and he zoomed and enhanced and went, oh, by the way. So well done, Sean. You've passed your security training. And obviously we have updated those. So hey, at least it shows that people are paying attention. Somebody is watching this and also give me that feedback. There's one other piece of artwork that sits in the background. I think that was a bit of a pop at the fact that, you know what, I'm quite good at some of the things I'm quite good at, working out what clients need to have as a system that works for them, and then getting that information and conveying it in a way that we can then build, some great solutions for clients. But definitely a weak suit for me. It's about the commercial. Okay, so I'm not particularly astute when it comes to that. Very much trying to work on it. But I guess this is here to remind me that as much as being, doing charitable work is important, and something that we back in a number of ways, actually we're not a charity. So yeah. Commercial balance, we've got to pay people's mortgages. So it's just a reminder there that, actually there's a commercial bent that we need to be doing. So, also one other thing, when I started up this, it was like having fun and whatever. And like, oh yeah, shots were all tequila and sambuca and various other things. And one of my colleagues, who's been here quite a while, said, oh, you should try this shot. It's a fresh fruit ginger shot. And he said, oh, you should put that on the video. Now, I don't know what it says about my age or where I'm coming from, but ginger shots rather than tequila? Oh my God, that's disgusting. Okay. Right. Okay, good. So I'm going to leave you on that bad taste in my mouth. And I'm just going to say, habits, build them, be modest with them. I'm also trying to work on my mindfulness in regards to journaling to try and help with that. And I actually find it's really hard to get up in the morning and write something down. I'm always, what if I don't write the right thing? What if my handwriting's crap? Well, the answer is my handwriting's always crap. and that always holds me back quite a bit. So what I've committed to do after a couple of days, started well, fell off, got back on with it. What I'm committed to doing is just writing the word something. So at least every morning I'm writing the word something. And then the next day I might write something else. And actually I might then write something meaningful rather than just the word something meaningful. Actually build up that way. Because it is the smallest, humblest of things that actually now allow habits to take hold and become something that is greater. And that's what I'm trying to do. And even if you fall off that wagon for a couple of days, don't worry about it. There's always tomorrow and tomorrow. And I don't mean there's tomorrow and tomorrow in terms of putting it off for tomorrow and then putting it off tomorrow after that. I mean, actually, each day is a fresh opportunity to start again. Don't beat up on yourself, as I have done for way too long in my life, in regards to what you haven't done. Focus on what you have done and get it done. So, on that note, I'm going to sign off and I'm going to post this video and then we'll see what happens next week. All right, have a great one.